Uh, Hi, I'm Hugo. I'm the head coach of Bafana. Tomorrow, no, in 2 days, we have the game against Mexico. I think the team is right to have a very good result, and we will do our best.
Perfect. Samburan football lovers, welcome back to Football Trends with me, QB. So yeah, this is the coach speaking in terms of today's game. We are playing today. I know I'm a bit late, but I'm here right now, and I will try to give you some new updates, certain things that I think you guys need to know about, especially looking at the information, looking at the stats, looking at the players that might be playing on today's game, and then also looking at everything else. But anyways, before I get there, please make sure that you like the video. So starting off with Indaba's game today. First of all, I would like to apologize for making a mistake yesterday. I thought the game was 7, but it's gonna be 9 p.m. Central African time, which obviously I think that is kona lapho kuleso sikhathi. So the game will be playing at leso sikhathi for Tina this side. So I'm not sure that side what time, but since Tina we are ahead of them, I can only presume that it will be a bit earlier for them. So maybe that's why it was 7 when I looked at the time of the game. It can make sense because I think that 3 or 2 was behind when it comes to isikhathi. Njengamanje Tina manje it's around 3, but to them it's probably early, around 1 or maybe even 12, but anyways, we look at the team, which is a Bafana. So far, in the last 5 games that we have played and the last 5 games that Mexico has played, you look at us, we do not have a win. We played and played and played, and the last 5 games we did not win anything. Yes, I do understand it's friendly games, and also probably the players were not being serious about those games. But now, today we are playing up against a very, I can say a bit difficult team. Because if you look at the groups, how they even placed some of the teams, you can see okay, they selected how they think, okay, this one will be the toughest opponent for each and everyone on that group. So I feel like that's why United is to the Silapoglu situation. But other than that, I'm not saying Bafana is a slouch. I'm not saying we are not a good team. But what I can say is, if we're going to be playing and we go with the mentality of having not won any game, at least we've managed to score goals, but we haven't won any games. It is a bit of a problem, might be challenging, but it's fine. Let's look at Mexico, because this is how they've had their last run. So check my stats here. They played against Serbia, which they won 5-1. They played against Australia. They won with 1-0. They played against Ghana. They managed to win 2-0 against Ghana. And then they played Belgium, which they played a draw, the 1-1 draw. And then with Portugal, they also played a 0-0 draw. So yeah, quite interesting. They've managed to score 9 goals and only considered just 2 goals in their last 5 games. Not gonna say much about Bafana because we all know where we ended up in terms of the field of play. But I can, or however, will say that there's some updates in terms of the squad. So probably Bradley Cross might no longer be the player who's going to play or open the game with for Bafana on this first match. Yeah, again, FIFA World Cup, because Aubrey Modiba is back. He was spotted training with the rest of the team. So I'm not too sure. Oti, is he gonna be selected for sure for this game? But all I can say is he might be available, and chances are angasicala nje ischeme asibambe. So that will leave Cross as the second option, but I think he can come in for a substitution laphana ebenchini, because at the end of the day, we have to be honest, Cross in this game I think would be very crucial, because this is not a game adding more speed. It just needs someone who can be able to cover and do the necessary work when it comes to that left flank. So yeah, but not just that, looking at the lineup, ngasho ukuthi these are the players that Coach Hugo is likely to use. You know, Aubrey Mudiba is a left back, and then on the right back he might play Mudao, you know, Mudao. And then we do have the centre back pairing, which at this point Ime Okon and also TLB Mbokazi makes a lot of sense. We look at, you know, the defensive midfield, or the midfield as a whole in generally. You know, you have your Jaden Adams, you have your Talent Mbata, you have your Tebogo Mokoena. So I think that makes sense why the coach might opt, you know, to play those players. And then up front, he might want to start with Lyle Foster, because I think coach believes in Foster a lot more than in Reyners. So for me, honestly, I wouldn't, you know, think twice about giving Reyners a chance. Reyners. And then also you look at the left wing, obviously Omchita Lapana, the youngest player who is liked by everyone, Omfukeng. And then also I can say we play Apolis on the right. And then obviously it will come down to the substitutions, which okay, whenever we need to make changes, so Fagabani, Ganjalo. But other than that, I did hear, you know, the coach while again in Mexico is someone that knows Bafana all too well. Don't ask me how he knows it, but he knows them, I believe, from AFCON. So yeah, he did say something which I'm just gonna try and read to you. This is what he said. He says, you beat us in the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations, and I hate you for that. Williams is the only one left from the Africa Cup. There aren't many left. It's 11 against 11, and we are very respectful of our rivals. Someone could slip, someone could fall, and there are many things that you can't control. In spite of everything, we will be capable of playing against them. South Africa have done well. They are fierce. They are a fierce team. Not exactly what an African style, but a mix with European football. They have a Belgian coach, which is Coach Hugo, and some interesting players from Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns. I have the utmost respect for them. It won't be an easy game. A lot of them have grown together and they've done well in the Africa Cup. Fukeng, I really like him. He will go to Europe. He's like more. He's like Mora, okay, a real player. Quite interesting. So hey, maybe this coach knows something that we do not know. But anyways, I do believe that, honestly speaking, Mfokeng should have been out. She should have been out. Like Basic Milenji, at this time, he should be, yeah, there, out there, Europe, playing there. You can't have Aiden McCarthy going first to Europe and then akusale lapha umchita or umfokeng. But anyways, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we cannot decide ukuthi okay ubani mela hambe ubani ngamela ngahamba. The club decides for itself, because even if the player wants to move, if the club is not willing to let the player go, it becomes a problem. And speaking of that, probably a bit later on, before we go to Bafana, we'll give you a bit of update in terms of the cases and the players and everything else. But so far, this is all I just wanted to let you know guys off, and also probably maybe take a bit of a tonyana just born which means in Pachu, Mexico, because yeah, Habachita, they're taking beautiful content that side. Big ups to Vino Snap and everyone else. But let's just have a little look before to just born and I told you
Primo Pachuca, Mexico, for World Cup. Kausasa D-Day. Represent Mzansi. Hina Machangan, hina South Africa, hiti kwala, hitaba koma kurhina, hi vanhu van'we
So bashaya vele.
so bashaya 2-0 2-0 hayi 1-1 yale
Asekunjalo baba asambe seMexico City.
Well, in terms of Ukbashaya, 2-0. Ish, yeah, Koslami, there you are. Yeah, way too, way too overhead. But at the end of the day, this is football. It's unpredictable. Anything can happen. I might say, Angagwenzege says Torres winile with a beautiful margin of a score. But it's all going to depend on how we play. Ngeke nje ngize ngikhulume kakhulu right now because we don't know. But today is the day, and we will find out, and we will see how Abajita they are going to play. Because for me, yeah, I know there's a lot, but for me, I think I would love to see where the team can end up, especially Bafana, because Zabachita they've worked so hard, to be where they are currently. So yeah, they deserve it, and also this could open a lot of doors for South African football because there's a lot of things that we are behind on, So if we can push through on this World Cup, then definitely even on the next one is Suzube's corner, and then we start this reaction because you see how Sundowns managed to bring this competition to the league. A lot of teams have improved. I feel like there's no team on Itata from the PSL take it to a different league, especially here in Africa, and then they struggle or they fail to hold their own. They will try by all means and they will deliver some pretty very, very impressive results, especially the teams on the top 5 or Phezulu. So definitely, yeah, we need this. And also it might be a good opportunity for certain players, now to get a chance to play for, the dream clubs. Because as much as I can say I'm a KZG supporter, there's European clubs that I love, I'm sure even right now, Mangan Bozo, which team are you supporting, internationally? A lot of you will tell me, no, me, I'm a Real Madrid fan, me, I'm an FC Barcelona fan, I support PSG, Gamla. You find that some support PSG and also, a team from Premier League, you understand, like maybe he's a Man City fan, Apple supporter, a PSG, or you find vice versa just because of the diversity of the football world. So yeah, I know there's a lot that has been happening when it comes to USA. Yes, USA obviously because Mexico is there. It's been difficult because of the certain war things and but I'm not going to dwell much into that because I do not have a lot of information, but I do know in the Bazama visa, big problems. I believe the FIFA president spoke himself. He has spoken about the situations and everything else. Yeah, please do check it out there. I believe it is there. So yeah, guys, buffet too. I don't know, but yeah, I just wanted to let you know that. And we are just a few hours away from the the first whistle of the game. So what is going to happen, because this is exciting. It's a big stage and it's big on everything. Let me just quickly touch on the comments before I leave. Ngiyabona amavoto yenu bafethu. Bafana is going to win against Mexico. Asaz. I'm not saying much, but Asaz. I'm not saying that it's slouch though. The game starts at 9 p.m. Thank you so much, Sandile. Candy QP, as if we can win the game 1-0, I will be happy. Definitely for me too. I think that will be good. That will be great because we really need this. We really do need this. And then Candy J, if we can score first an early goal, our fans Azoba down. I don't understand. If we can score first an early goal, I'm a fans. Oh, you mean like Umoya also we will come down. Okay, no, I get you now. Well, let's see. But before that, I will make sure it's around 6-7. I give you guys some few updates about our favorite club, because definitely it looks like there's movement. There's something that is happening behind closed doors, and we're going to be talking about possible replacement for certain players, because certain players might be leaving the club. But anyways, let me catch you there during that time. Perfect. Thank you so much.